Hi, I will show you how to tie head soccer. I post one video in French, but you don't speak French, so I made another one in English to explain you what I do, why I do it like this, and you will more understand uh, what you should do to tie one. So I will use a shank at about 55 millimeters. This one is approximately 60 millimeters, and I use a solid one. This is a 0.04 for the diameter, donc it's solid. So if you see the shank, I will tie my head on this section here. I will clear the rear section because I need it free to put in my hook to attach the rest of my fly with the head. Okay. So to tie it, you will need a solid thread. So I use the big fly. And that's okay. Okay. For shaping the head, I use tubing mesh for electrical wire. So that's what's used for Blaine chocolate T-bone fly. This wide is 3/4 of inches. I try to do it bigger one, and the traction in the water is really high. That's made an extremely great movement, but when I want to make a figure 8, it's difficult to make an acceleration of the fly because the traction in the water is extremely important. So this size is really good for the movement of the fly, the pushing water, and you can accelerate the fly as you need. So when I cut about 10 to 11 centimeter of tubing, and I will burn the extremity to avoid the disrupt of the material when I manipulate. And then I will take it, push to make this. So before fix on the shank, I will use this glue to make sure that that will solidly block the head on the shank and avoid the twist. It's important when you tie it on the shank that leave a 1/4 inch space at the end of the eye and the end of your head to permit you to tie fur, wool. What do you want to cover the head at the end to make the head shape? So after the glue is applied, I will it's important to make put a good pressure on Make sure that it will not move. And an important fact too is to go on the shank and return on the tubing mesh a couple of times. That help to maintain this really good solid on the shank. I will check if the space is okay. So if you look, you see that's a good space to work. It's okay like that. So I will make a couple of turns to make it really solid. And after I will use this glue, vinyl finish. It's harder when it's dry. It's really transparent. So this is the glue I use to selling my head fly. When it's done, I will put in the tubing. So I will put in the tubing bell, little jingle bell. I will put 2. That's a recipe that I test this summer, and it was really good. Why I put in different things of bell, different size of bell. You know, this is really small. I put in 3 to 4. I want to make different wavelength of sound to provocate, to enhance the provocation of the fish. I will put in some glass bead, about 8 to 10. Preference in the head and on the side. And you also use rattle to put in. You will have a great mixture of sound. It's an important fact. I fished with my brother who had used spinning fishing, and he used a big Rapala with 3 big balls in, and the sound was really hard. And when we fish when I fish with him, he took some fish with this Rapala, and the color of my fly was similar, the size of my fly was similar. The big difference with my tackle and his one is the sound and the vibration. Probably you see, because a Rapala is more vibrating in water than a fly, but the sound is a good is a thing that we don't must put on the side. That's an important thing. So I will get my thread near the extremity of the hook here, not too rear, because I want to leave it the space to attach to fix with my hook. So when my thread is on, I place and I fix it solidly. Another time it will be important to get down on the shank and go up on the tubing. Help to fix it correctly. So when it's done, whip finish. And I will make glue, put glue in on it. But before, I just want to explain you. So that make the shape of your head. But you can, before shaping the end like this, you can use this section to tie some craft fur. That's what I mostly use. It's beautiful, make a great head. But I also use Fentex wool, and you can also use what kind you want to use. But the trick is, when your head is shaped like that, you can put your wool, craft fur, etc. like this, and you can apply a line of this glue just here, just the inside part of the head. So you tie that and you stick in the glue. So when you reverse the head, that will be in continuing with the head. That will give a great shape. So and on the portion here, you can tie the bucktail, a reverse bucktail, what you want, in the same thing that you are doing on your body on the fly. Okay, so I made my whip finish. Extremely important to put some glue so your head is shaped. It's not a soccer head, because it lacks the mouth of the head. So I use simply a balloon to make the mouth. I will cut about 1 centimeter like this, and I will use this. This is to eat. I will make a little hole about 2 to 3 millimeters diameter in front of the head, not too in front. We don't want in front, we want it in angle with the bottom. So in the curve here, I will make my hole. When my hole is done, see it here, you simply take a pick and push balloons in the hole. When the position is good, you will use crazy glue or something like that. Zap-A-Gap is a similar glue, and I will put all around at the junction of the balloon and the tubing. You will put glue. I use this type of glue because it's more liquid that will enter in the tubing mesh, and it will fix more solidly the mouth with the head. I saw someone, Mr. Falls, that had the glue around the mouth. It's beautiful. It's more realistic, more than that one. So the head is made. You can use it to put on your fly. What I really like with this type of head is the fact that you look the diameters that do the same job that a buffer head, that push a lot of water, made some turbulence near in back of the head, that make a movement in the feather and fur on the body of the fly. That made a great movement, and the front of the head made an erratic swim. When you retrieve and you stop, the fly go on the left, on the right, up, down. It's really erratic movement, and that shape of head will enhance the walking dog movement. And I really believe that it's an important fact to decide a fish to take the fly. When I decided to create my fly to enhance the walking dog movement, I became to have a bite far away from me, less figure 8, more take away from me. And I guess that the walking dog is an important fact, because when the fly made on the side in front of the fish, I fish on a paddle board. I'm stand up of the water, and I really grading see of the action, and a lot of time I remark that they took the fly when that turns right in your face. So this pattern enhances this movement, and it's really cool. You really should to let a try of it, and I really surprised if you don't like it. So have a good time, and if you have any more question, you can go on my Facebook page and contact me. I will try to explain it to you with my beautiful English. Have a nice season. Bye.